Hello students, in this class we will discuss the next topic of nature of management, that is management as a profession. Why management considered as a profession? What is profession? Firstly we will discuss what is profession. What is the definition of profession? Profession can be defined as an occupation backed by specialized knowledge and training in which entry is restricted. Two main words come in the definition of profession is specialized knowledge, and second one is training in which entry is restricted. Means if we are talking about doctor, then he got the theoretical knowledge of MBBS and specialized knowledge of specialized knowledge as a doctor, and got training in which entry is restricted. In the profession, entry is restricted. Here I am writing some important features of profession. First one is well-defined body of knowledge. Well-defined body of knowledge. In every profession, there is a practice of systematic body of knowledge which helps the professionals to gain the specialized knowledge of profession. In case of management, also there is a availability of systematic body of knowledge. There are large number of books available on the management studies. Scholars are studying various business situations and are trying to develop new principles to tackle these situations. As profession has a specialized body of knowledge and specialized books, special books, then management scholars also trying to develop books for tackle the situations of business. So this features of management, this feature of profession is exist in the management. Next one is restricted entry. Restricted entry means no one can enter easily. The entry to a profession is restricted through an examination or degree. Suppose if we are talking about a person who can practice as a doctor, only the person can practice as a doctor who is having an MBBS degree. But when we are talking about management, there is no legal restriction for the appointment of manager. Anyone can become a manager irrespective of their educational qualification. Means for becoming a manager, there is no requirement of educational qualification. But for profession, there is a requirement of educational qualification. But now many companies prefer to appoint manager only with the MBA degrees. Now some companies restrict the educational qualifications that MBA holder can apply for the manager's post only. So presently this feature of profession is not present in the manager, but very soon it will be included with statutory backing. Means at a time it is not exist in the management. And exist as a means this feature cannot say that management as a profession. Presence of professional associations. Professional associations means sangatan. For all professions, special associations are established, and every professional has to get himself registered with the association before practicing the profession. For example, doctors have to get themselves registered with the Medical Council of India, MCI. Lawyers have to register with the Bar Council of India. In case of management, various management associations set up on the national and international level for the membership rules. For example, AIMA in New Delhi, National Institute of Personnel Management at Kolkata. But legally, it is not compulsory for the manager to start the organization by the registration. I think this feature of management, this feature of profession is not present in the management. Surely after some time this will include it, but at a time it is not included. Profession as a management as a profession. Next one is service motive. Service motive. The basic motive of every profession is to serve the clients with the dedication, whereas basic purpose of management is the achievement of goal. For example, for business organization, the only goal is the profit maximization. But nowadays only profit maximization cannot be the sole or one goal of the enterprises. Nowadays the basic goal of every enterprises is profit maximization with customer satisfaction. To survive in the market for a longer period of time, a businessman must give importance to the social objective along with the economic objective. So when we are talking about this point, this feature of profession is not included in the management. What will be the, after reading these 4 points, what will be the conclusion we get? On comparing the features of profession with the management, we conclude that presently all the features of the professions are not present in the management, but very soon they may be we can say that for next decade these will be included in the management with the statutory backing. So we can say that management is on the path of becoming a profession. Today it may not be recognized as full-fledged profession like doctor or lawyer, but very soon it will be recognized as a full-fledged profession. Now let's move to the next topic, that is levels of management. There are certain levels of management. You know the labels. Labels means stages. We can say that stages. Or we can say that post of management means we are talking about post of manager. Levels of management. What are levels of management? Levels of management. What are the levels of management? How these levels of management are created? These levels of management are created on the basis of authority and responsibility, because too much workers, too much employees are working in the organization. So some authorities and responsibilities are allotted to them. On the basis of responsibilities, there are 3 levels of management. First one is higher level, or we can say that top level management. Second is middle level management. Third is low level management. What is top level management? When we are talking about this part. When we are talking about this part, top level management, top authority. They consist of senior most executive of the organization. Suppose we are taking example of your school. Then principal is working at the post of top level manager. The top level management consists of, example of top level manager are board of director, chairperson or chairman, president, vice president, CEO, chief executive officers. These all are the example of top level management. Board of directors, chairperson, president, vice president, and next one is CEO. What are the work of these persons? Why they are appointed? So now we are discussing the functions of top level management. What are the functions of top level management? First function is determining the objective of the enterprises. Means the CEO and the top level manager determine the objective of the enterprises. Means they set the goals of the enterprises. Next one is framing. Framing means formulating or making. Framing of policies and plans. The top level manager is also responsible for making the plans and policies which are required to achieve the goal. Next one is organizing activities to be performed by the person working at middle level. The top level manager also decide that what work are to be assigned to the middle level manager, what work they have to do. Means they are responsible to assign the activities performed by the middle level managers or middle level persons. Last one is assembling all the resources such as finance or fixed asset. Suppose organization need a machinery, that is the example of fixed asset, so it will decided by the top level manager. Next one is middle level manager. Who are middle level managers? When we are talking about middle level manager, so what do you mean by middle level management? This level of management consists of departmental heads. This consists of departmental heads like purchase department, sales department, marketing department, finance department. All the heads of these departments come under the category of middle level management. Superintendents, marketing manager, all these come in the category of middle level management. What are their functions? What functions they have to perform? First function is interpretation of policies framed by top level management to the lower level. Means they are working as a mediator between the top level manager and low level manager. Policies made by the top level management, they got information about the policies and they assign work to the low level manager according to these policies. Next one is organizing the activities of their department. They, as we know, middle level management includes all the heads of the department, so they give duties to their departments. Next, finding or recruiting, selecting and appointing the required employees. They are also responsible for appointment of the employees in their particular departments. Next, motivating the to perform with their best ability. These are the perfect motivator who motivate the departmental heads also and the departmental workers also and the low level workers also. Next one is low level management. There are two other name of low level manager is supervisory level and next one is supervisory level and next one is operational level. Why their name is operational level? Because they are working the main operation of the organization. This level consists, what does this level consist of? So this level consists of supervisors. Example of low level managers are supervisors, superintendent, foreman, sub-department executives, clerk. These all come in the category of the low level. What are their works? First, representing the problem of the workers, means they also have a worker union of which there is one head who is responsible for the benefits of worker, means representing the problem of the workers. Next, maintaining good working condition, developing healthy relation between superior and subordinate, looking for the safety of workers. They try to maintain the precious standard of qualities. All these things are done by the low level manager. In your examination, means in your answer sheet, you can also use this pyramid to show your diagram. Means if by using this pyramid you can do your answer also. Now let's move to the next topic, that is functions of management. What are the basic functions of management? Now let's move to the next topic, that is functions of management. What are the functions of management? As I have already discussed that there are following 5 main functions of management which you have also to discuss in your syllabus. As I have discussed in syllabus also, chapter of syllabus is the function of management. First one is planning, second one is organizing, third one is staffing, next is directing, and last one is controlling. When we read these chapter, I will explain you more about these functions. Next, we come to the last topic of the chapter, that is coordination. Very much important topic for your board examination. Either you are in CBSE board or MP board. This is very important topic. Coordination. There is one what is coordination? The process by which managers synchronize the activities of different departments is known as coordination. Coordination is the force that binds all the functions of the management. Coordination is the primary function of every manager because various departments of the organization are working independently and there is a need to relate and integrate these activities. Means through coordination, activities of different departments are integrated. Next, why it is considered, important question for board examination is, why coordination is considered as the essence of management, means as a main flavor of management. Coordination brings unity of action and integrate different activities of the organization. That's why coordination is considered as the essence of management. When we are talking about coordination as the essence of management, if anyone asks you why it is considered as the essence of management, you have to simply give three main points. First is coordination is needed to perform all the functions of management. It is needed to perform all the functions of management. This is the first point. Second is coordination required. It is required at all levels. All levels means either at the top, middle or low. Last one is coordination is the important function of organization. Coordination is needed to perform all the functions of management. Why? The process of coordination begins with the planning stage. The top management plan whole things. Based on these plans, organization structure is developed. Staff is recruited, selected and trained, and to ensure the right execution of plan, direction are given. Controlling and ensure the disparity between the plan and actual performance. There are 5 functions: planning, organizing, staffing, directing and controlling. So manager make the plan. On the basis of this plan, organization structure is developed. Effective employees are recruited, direction are given to them according to plan, and in controlling they have to check the proper actual performance and the comparison of the actual performance with the desired performance. All this possible only through a coordination. Coordination is required at all levels. If there is no coordination between all the levels, either it is top, middle or low, then no work can be done easily. Coordination is the most important function of organization. Any company which fails to coordinate its activities cannot survive and run for a longer period of time. That's why it is said that it is very important for any organization. So finally we concluded that coordination involves the synchronization of different action. It ensures planned objectives are achieved with the minimum cost. Now let's discuss nature or features of coordination. What are the important features of coordination? This is the last subtopic of your first chapter. What are the important features of coordination? First is coordination integrates group efforts. The concept of coordination always applies to group efforts. There is no need for coordination when only single individual is working. As we know, in management is a group activity. It means you require many workers to do a certain task. So if there is no coordination between them, our task cannot be achieved easily. Ensure unity of efforts. Second point is ensure unity of efforts. Coordination always emphasizes on unifying the efforts of different individuals because conflicting efforts may change damage to the organization. The main aim of every manager is to coordinate the activities and functions of all individuals to the common goal. Third point is continuous process. Coordination is a non-ending or never-ending function. It is continuous function although its degree may be vary. Next is coordination is pervasive function. Pervasive function means it is required at all different levels, at all levels. Coordination is the responsibility of all the manager. Coordination mainly is the responsibility or task of only top level manager. Top level manager must have to coordinate with the middle level manager and middle level manager has to coordinate with the low level manager. Now Another topic is given in your book, that is needs or importance of coordination. So as you already know that why it is required to growth in the size of the for growth in the size of your organization. For functional differentiation you need a coordination, and for specialization coordination is required.